Okay, it's been a while, hasn't it? Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome home. I just really wanted to sit down. I haven't done this for quite a long time, like sat down and actually made a video like this. I think my last couple of videos have been travel vlogs and I've got another one coming. I really wanted to sit down and touch base with my consistent people that have been here. I feel like a new person. Like, I actually think this might be the most filled with joy that I've been since restarting my channel a couple of years ago when I started my little health and wellness journey. Basically, all it is I am committed to my goals. I'm finding time to do enjoyable things. A lot of the goals that I have coincide with joy and like things that I like doing. I'm in a good place mentally most of the time. I'm in a good place physically with my own body, and I'm happy in it. Which I think has been a lot of the struggle that I've had. And yeah, I mean, still living at home. Uh, but there's a couple of things anyway this year that I want to do. So basically this video is I'm just going to go through my goals for the year. So if you've been here for a little while, you'd know every year I make a big list of 100 things that I want to achieve or do or experience in the 12 months preceding New Year. So the whole year I make a list of 100 things that I want to do in a year. And often I don't get through the list, which is so fine. The point of the list isn't to get through it. The point of the list is to feel joy and have something to look forward to and something to always be working towards. But last year I had literally 2024. I don't know if anyone else feels this, but it was literally the depths of despair, worst year I've had in a while, and nothing really that bad happened. It was like a whole culmination of things, and I was just like, the worst. Anyway, so I decided at the end of the year, I was like, nah, we're not doing that again in 2025. We are ticking things off. We're doing things differently. So one of the things that I have been doing is when I made my list, and this year my list is not 100. My list this year is quite a lot shorter than my previous lists. I'm going to read it out to you today. So this is my journal. Part of the reason that I want to read out my lists is because I'm really trying to dive deep into manifestation, meditation, speaking things into existence, visualization, all of that kind of thing. I really am trying to keep that front of mind and not work in a space of like toxic positivity. Obviously bad things happen and sometimes you have setbacks and that's fine, but like I just really want to focus on things like rejection being redirection and focusing on the big things that I know that I can do and will achieve, and then everything else around it sort of, it that falls into like the vacuum of, or the cascade, the cascade of like of success and achievement. Yeah, I think speaking things out loud and I'm gonna post it as well, which is gonna be a bit vulnerable, but I really don't care. Let's connect with each other, right? Like I just really want to move out of this self-limitation mindset that I think has been like holding me back for such a long time. And I'm just, obviously coming into this at 30, like it's crazy. And I just want to also like reinforce for myself and my future self that like just because I'm 30, life's not over. Like I can still do things, and I know that's so like reductive to say of people that are over 30, but I think there's, especially in Australia, I feel like there's a culture of like, you're old, why aren't you married? Why don't you own a house? And it's like because of the housing market and a lot of other things. But yeah, I just want to sort of reinforce with myself like it's okay, you're still on your right path, you're on your own path, and these things are all going to happen for you. The universe is making them happen for you, whatever. So I'm going to say them out loud and then do them. And then when I do them, I'm going to make a video for each thing. So the things that I want to do this year, the number of things that I want to do is 66 specifically, which which I think specifically 66 is a great number. 6 and 6, we love 6. We love an angel number. And I have broken these up into different categories. And when I was writing this down and journaling on the 2nd of January, I really wanted to, I wrote them in different colors so that I could spark that memory in my brain, and it just felt like new and different. And like I do that often where I'll make like a list of things and categorize the things and then make one category or one color. Anyway, we can look more at that later, but basically I'm going to go through my categories and what the goals are that I will have achieved on the 2nd of January 2026. So this is the list. There's 66 things in my book. The first category I have is money and work, and there are 18 things on this list. So the first one that I want to do this year is, or the first one that I'm going to do this year is write a book. The second thing is to get it published. The third thing is to be on a bestsellers list. So that's something I've wanted to do for a while. The bestsellers list, I'm happy to sort of have that as being a work in progress, but I really want to write a book and get it published this year. So that is one thing that I'll be working towards, but broken into 3 different categories of a goal. So the first one is finishing your book, the second one is getting it published, and the third one is to be a bestseller. Number 4 is to complete a no buy month twice. I have done this, I did this last year where I spent all of July, I did no buy July. I want to do it again, but I want to do it for 2 months this year. And I'm going to save the money all the money that I save from not buying things in that month, I put it into like a specific account. So I'll do like, say I want to buy like a coffee, I'll put the cost of the coffee when I want to buy it into a different account and see how much at the end of the month that I've saved. So last year, I think I saved like $2,000 just not buying shit, basically. Just like only literally doing what I need. I didn't go out, I didn't go to restaurants, I didn't buy anything unless it was a necessity or a bill. I didn't buy anything, and I think I saved, I think it was $1,500 or $2,000. But I then ended up having to service my car. So I want to do that twice this year. I haven't decided what months I'm going to do it. I think July is going to be a bit difficult because I'm planning to move to the UK, which is another goal, but that's when I'm planning to do it. So I might have to do one before and one once I'm there, but TBC, we'll come back to that. So 2 no buy months. The fifth thing that I want to do is, I'm not going to say what, so it's a money goal. I'll say I want to save an extra $20,000 into my deposit account. I'm not going to say the total goal that it is, but that's how much I want to save into it. The 6th is to pay off my credit card, which will be quite easy, I think. My 7th goal is to monetize social media. So the last 3 that I've got there are saving money goals and like a money goal regarding social media. I have been keen to monetize my social media for a few years, and I think this is the year I really can feel it in my soul, that I want to connect with you guys and, and really do something good for myself and utilize my skills from work onto this and to make something for myself rather than being, so that I'm self-employed and not at the behest of a massive company that my values don't align with, because that's the issue that I'm having right now. Nobody wants to say it out loud, but as a journalist, it's very hard to work for companies that you don't morally align with when you have bills to pay. So there's that. So number 7 is to monetize social media. And the other 2 money goals, the saving money goals, I can do a whole separate video on saving money and like how I do that and like the process that I go through and how I break down my goals in terms of saving, because I'm a very good saver, I would say. And I think the one thing, especially in the last 5 years, I've been a very good saver. I've had to learn that skill myself. Even though, Dad can give me as much advice as he wants, but it's like, unless you really want to do it and you can do it in a way that works for you, it's really hard. So I think for me, yeah, that's something I can help with if anybody wants me to do a video on how I save money. It's not financial advice, but it's just the way that I structure my savings. Happy to do that. Just takes a bit of discipline, that's all. Number 8 is I want to earn a specific amount of money from social media in a month. I'm not going to say the amount, but If I end up doing it, I will make a video about it and about what I did to do that. Mine is to do a trip with a travel company, any location really, but I really would love to do one to India. I've seen a few Intrepid ones and I would just love to be able to do that. India is such a bucket list spot for me. I've wanted to go there for so many years. And I'd just love to do it and be able to do it for work and joy and, you know, combine the two things. You know, that's the goal of this year, to combine everything that I have to do and make it enjoyable. Number 10 is I want to collab with an activewear brand when I run a marathon. So I'm planning to run a marathon towards the end of the year. Would love to collab with an activewear brand. If any are out there and want to collab, I love it. Yeah, that's two sort of goals, but like the other goals in the next section, right? Number 11, 12 is similar. So I'm a journalist. If you haven't been here for a while and don't know, my job outside of this is I'm a journalist. So every journalist that works for a print, like for a newspaper, wants to get a front page. So my goal this year is to get one front page here in Australia and one front page in the UK once I've moved over there and get a job. 13 is to invest $5,000. 14 is to start a podcast. 15 is to attend a fashion week somewhere in the world as a guest, not just as a goer. I want to be invited to an event. That is a goal. Number 16, it's a bit silly. Sometimes I put silly things in as well. I think that's important, to have fun with it. Like, it's just to have fun with your little brain and have, you know, a little bit of imagination with it. So 16 is I want to walk a red carpet. 17, I want to be on Maltese radio. So I am Maltese, that's my background, and I have been learning to speak it. I need to be a bit more confident, I think, with it before I start speaking it online. But yeah, that's something that I'm really passionate about, especially in Australia. Like, there are so many Maltese people here, and I think connecting back to our language is very important, and I'd love to be like a spokesperson for that and to talk on Maltese radio with maybe SBS this year. So that's another thing. And number 18, which is rounds out the money and work section of my goals list this year, is to do a hair care collaboration, because you can't tell right now and it looks like I'm balding here because I've got black hair, but nice long luscious black hair. And I'd love to do a hair care collaboration with any brand, maybe Way, or like a colour brand like Garnier or L'Oreal. And then moving on to the next section is mind, body, spirit and soul, and this has 25 goals in it. So the first 19, or number 19 total, is to read 50 books this year. Number 20 is to run 2 half marathons and run one of them internationally. Number 21 is to run 1 full marathon. 22 is to consistently run 25 kilometers every week. 23 is to read 1 book in Maltese, and 24 is to read 1 book in Spanish. So I've been doing Spanish on Duolingo for such a long time, and I would say I'm pretty good at it. Like, you can hear a drill. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep going because otherwise I'm going to lose the sunlight. But I think I'm pretty good at Spanish. Like, I can have a conversation, I can order things, I can go to a supermarket and read the labels. Like, I think I've got a pretty good preliminary understanding of the language. Like, I can watch a show and not always need to look at the subtitles, but I want to be able to read a book and understand the book without having to go back and forth between a dictionary. So those two things I really want to be able to do in Maltese and Spanish. 25 is to do the splits. 26 is to be able to do a backwards walkover. 27 is to do, like, to hit 450 classes for Pilates. 28 is to get into a good hair care routine, which goes back to the other section. 29 is to journal consistently, if not daily. 30 is to go on 2 first dates. 31 is to go 1 month no meat. 32 is to meditate 3 times a week. 33 is to go on 1 hike a month. 34 is to be able to do 5 pull-ups in a row, which is fucking hard, bro. I can't even do 1 at this point. I'm so not strong enough. But 35 is to be able to read and write properly in Maltese. 36 is to write more poetry. 37 is to start learning piano again. 38 is to draw and paint more. 39 is to write songs again. 40 is to go on a solo date once a month. 41, I want to do an open mic. 42, I'm going to try a salsa class. 43, I want to finish my Duolingo Spanish course. And 44 is to document more life, which I've sort of been doing, but I need to really get much better at it. Like more consistency, more just not feeling cringe. Like I need to, like, I think that's one thing that I need to really work on is like my fear of looking silly. But I just don't care. Honestly, like so much has happened in the last 12 months that I don't even think I can talk about, honestly, like in my personal life, where people have come and gone. And I just think like there are things that I have stopped myself from doing because I didn't want to look stupid in front of people who have always just criticized me for doing things. 2025 is just going to be a year where I'm like, see you later. See you later, losers. Like, I am really, 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 I went for a run before, so I'm like, fucking bump or something. Nah. The endorphins are flowing. I'm just really, really embracing being embarrassed because I just don't give a fuck anymore. Yeah. So that's the body, mind, spirit, and soul section done. Those things are quite straightforward, and I just have to really be on my shit if I want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, so the next section is travel. So now we're up to 45. This section is 9 minutes long. So we're up to number 45. So 45 is to move to London. 46 was to do a Thailand trip, which I did with my sister in January. So I'm very happy about that. I knew that was coming, but I like to put things that I can tick off that I know I'm going to tick off. So that's one that I can tick off. I want to do 47 is 10 days in India. I'd like to do 48 is a New York week. Once I've obviously moved to London, it'll be a bit easier to come and go from New York, but I'd love to do a week in New York. 49 is doing a Ibiza weekend, which I'm currently planning. Number 50 is to go to Mount Beauty, which is like this little place beneath Falls Creek, and I think I've planned with my family to go there in April. So I'm very excited about that. 51 is to camp on a beach. 52 is to plan to walk, like make the plan to walk the Camino de Santiago walk in Spain with my dad and my cousin, if I can convince them to come with me. 53 is to plan a Scandinavian winter trip, and 54 is to see a seventh wonder of the world. That's my travel section. And then there are 2 more sections to go. Last thing is a bit, the last one is like miscellaneous. 66 is to lose 5 kilos. I don't necessarily need to, and I think I'm in a good place with my body where I know that if I'm eating better and eating correctly, I'll be able to do that. So that's 66. That's the final thing. But coming back to this section here, the last section is fun. So we're at 55 now. So 55, I want to go to a gallery once a month or a museum. 56, I want to get matching tattoos with my sister. 57, I want to get back into daily posting TikToks. So if you want my little daily rundown, you can hop straight over to my TikTok and you'll be able to see it. The link will be, I'll put my little @ in the bio so you can find me. I want to post consistently on Instagram. That's number 58. 59 is to post twice a week on YouTube, which I'm already failing at, but it's fine because I only count February as the beginning of the year. So January was kind of like a little fun test. And now February, I'm like I'm ready to lock in. And this will be the first video of the year. So twice a week on YouTube, which means that I'll be posting 100 videos this year, which is crazy. And when I say YouTube video, I mean a long form. So like not just like a little short, it's going to be long form. So 2 videos a week. If I'm not doing that, you can comment down below and be like, you said you were going to do this. Number 60 is to get a nipple piercing. Number 61 is to pierce my ear up here. I really want to get a cartilage or an industrial this year. I think that might happen this month. Number 62 is to get a moon tattoo. Number 63 is to write my friends love letters on their birthdays. And number 64 is to make a documentary. And number 65 is to go to more shows and events. Yeah, that's my plan for the year. If you want to come on this journey with me, I'm back to using the word journey. I don't care. If you want to come on this journey with me, please do. Let me know what your resolutions are for 2025 in the comments below. We can chat about them. Do you have any of the same ones that I do? So, yeah, if you want to come on this journey with me for the year, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment down below what your 2025 resolutions are. I don't know if I want to call that resolutions. I think I want to call them, I'm not sure, but we'll come up for a name with them. But yeah, what do you guys want to do this year? Like, have any of the things that I have on my list inspired you? Do you do a list? Do you just make it up as you go along? Like, I think I do a bit of both. I like to plan, but I'm also like, I'll just add things on if I want to do them. So how do you get yourself motivated for a year? Let me know. I'm learning still, right? Like, I think this year I have felt the most, I don't know, this year I just felt so much more motivated to do things and to be on it. And I mean, I'm sure if you go back and see my like last few videos, not few videos, but maybe like when I first started like rebranding myself, you could tell that I was a bit upset. I was in a like not a good place mentally, and yeah, I don't even know. I'm just like completely different. I feel like I've been reborn. I'm almost a year into my Saturn return, so that's probably something that is like influencing this. I'm definitely moving more into what I want to do. So please, if you're down, even if you want to see me fail, I don't really give a fuck. Press subscribe, like the video, dislike it, do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But be kind, be grateful, express joy, find the joy in the little mundanities of life, and yeah, follow along if you want to see any other stuff. Like, I've got a fair bit of travel content coming out on Instagram and TikTok. I've just been doing like my little normal daily vlogs. I'm running, doing run vlogs as well. Yeah, so a lot of the things, that's another thing I wanted to say. A lot of the things in here, especially the longer term ones, like training to run a marathon, traveling, writing my book, I'm doing smaller videos, like little focus videos of that on my TikTok and Instagram. So yeah, if you want to see me vertically, head over there and all the info will be downstairs. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say, but happy to be back. Watch out for the twice weekly long form videos. Yeah, if you're keen to get amongst it, let's go. I'm excited. Thing to look forward to next week will be week 1. I'm reading The Artist's Way, and I've heard so much about this book. Literally, I'm about to start it, so I'm excited. I'm going to do a video per chapter, and like do the things that she tells us to do. Like, I'm so keen for this. Julia Cameron, this is an announcement. No, this is an announcement. I'm literally going to, this is going to be my first series of the year. So I think there's 12 chapters, and I'm going to document myself doing the tasks. I'm really excited for morning pages. I've heard so much about that from Flex Mummy or Lillian and so many of my other friends that are into spirituality and artists and creatives. Sorry, I'm just being silly now because I've got energy to burn. So if you want to see me run, if you want to see me take myself on dates, writing dates, travel, everything that's like short form content of what I'm doing on here. If you want to see me vertically, you know where to find me. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. If you're here still, I'm just really happy at the moment. I'm really in a good spot, and we are gonna smash this. Yeah, I can feel it. This is gonna be elite. You'll see.